the atom becomes free radical. It is ready to explode. Whenever it will get a chance, it will explode. It will explode means it starts damaging the cell, and when the cell is damaged, the function of cells deteriorates and patient lands into number of metabolic disorders. So oxygen-centered free radicals contain two unpaired electrons in the outer shell. When free radicals steal an electron from a surrounding compound or molecule, a free radical is formed in its place. In turn, the newly formed radical then looks to return to its ground state by stealing electrons with anti-parallel spins from similar structures or molecules. Thus, the chain reaction continues and can be thousands of units long. What is the chain? One atom, second, third, fourth, fifth. Number of atoms get affected. Number of atoms gets affected. Molecules get affected. Molecules get affected. Cell gets affected. Cell gets affected. Tissues gets affected. Tissues get affected. And to irreversible damage of that particular tissue. So the electron transport chain, this chain is called as the ETC, that is electron transport chain, which is found in the inner mitochondrial membranes, utilizes oxygen to generate energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate. Oxygen acts as a terminal electron acceptor with the ETC. And the literature suggests that anywhere from 2 to 5% of the total oxygen intake during both rest and exercise have the ability to form the highly damaging superoxide radical via electronic escape. Means more you inhale the oxygen, more you are going to generate free radicals. So giving oxygen is not 100 times healthy. Oxygen is like a what we call as a double-edged sword. Both sides it will work. It is going to kill the cell also, and it is going to help to survive the cell also. If it is goes in excess, it is going to kill the cell. So oxygen inhaled excessively. So it is the only science we discussed, that is the only Ayurveda is the only science which tells that you have to go for exercising limits. Even people tell that there are no side effects of pranayama and dhyana and the bhastrika and all this thing. This is not true. Because in pranayama or in bhastrika, if you are going to inhale more and more oxygen, you are going to create more free radicals in the body. So all the things are must be in limits. If you are going to cross the limit, it is going to show its side effects. This is the basic biochemistry of the body. Nobody can deny it. That people tell that pranayama kitna bhi time karo, bhastrika kitna bhi आधा घंटा भस्त्रिका कर सकता हूँ, he'll die. It is not safe every time. Going for excessive exercises beyond the capacity of the body. Body starts or cell starts respiring aerobically. If you exercise excess now, if we are having a practice to run for 5 kilometers, and the another day if we run for 10 kilometers, the second day our muscles pains like anything. Because of the lactic acid synthesis in the body. Why we pain? Because they respire anaerobically. Afterwards, after going for excessive exercises, they will not inhale oxygens. And lactic acid synthesis will be there, rendering into pains in the body. So that is very harmful. So actually this is the only science which tells that your diet and your exercise must be Arnashakti. Ayurveda is the only science which tells like that. No other science will elaborate that how much amount of exercise you must go and the cause lies here. So 2 to 5% of the total oxygen intake during both rest and exercise have the ability to form the highly demanding superoxide radical via electron escape. During exercise, oxygen consumption increases 10 to 20 fold. That is 35 to 70 ml per kg per minute. In turn, electron escape from the ETC is further enhanced. Thus, when calculated, 0.6 to 3.5 ml per kg per minute of the total oxygen intake during exercise has the ability to form free radicals. So that's why exercises are also to be done under control. जितना कर सकते हो उतना करो, you can't tell it like that. So this is what hydrogen radical, peroxide radical, superoxide ion. These are the reactive oxygen species, that is the unpaired electrons of different species. Means there may be an unpaired electron of oxygen, there may be an unpaired atom of nitrogen, there may be an unpaired electron of H2O2 or superoxide or sulfur. There may any unpaired electrons may be there. Now, what is the effect of these unpaired electrons on the human body and cell? How it affects obesity? This is the body cell, anatomy of the body.